remixed Grandma's classic and smashed it. The new Smackin' Cheeseburger. Only at Smashburger.
Giordano's does tavern style?
Introducing new Giordano's Tavern Style Pizza with a crunch so loud, you can taste it.
Is that tavern style?
Giordano's, the one for Chicago.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Chicago Police Department. Authorities are responding to an active hostage situation attributed to an unknown terrorist group affecting multiple high-traffic areas across the city of Chicago. Impacted locations include Millennium Park, the Magnificent Mile, and Navy Pier. Anyone near these parts of Chicago should immediately seek secure shelter, move away from public spaces if it can be done safely, avoid windows and crowded areas, and follow instructions from law enforcement and emergency officials. Do not attempt to approach the affected zones, and refrain from spreading unverified information. Use official channels only for updates and guidance. Officials report that the unknown terrorist organization is engaging in violent intimidation, forcibly restricting civilians, threatening harm to instill fear, and disrupting essential services in an effort to cause widespread panic. These actions are being treated as an ongoing, dangerous emergency, and specialized units are actively working to secure the areas, protect the public, and bring the situation under control. Residents are urged to remain calm, conserve phone use for emergencies, and be prepared to comply with evacuation or shelter-in-place orders as they are issued. Stay tuned to this station for further updates. Normal programming may now resume. This message is a follow-up update from the Chicago Police Department. Authorities report that the unknown terrorist groups have released an anomaly of Greek mythological origin that is causing severe and widespread damage across major parts of the city of Chicago. The anomaly is causing severe structural damage, generating intense shockwaves, and disrupting power, transportation, and emergency response capabilities as it advances through densely populated areas. This entity has been identified as a being of Greek mythological origin known as Typhoneus, a legendary force regarded as the primary rival to all Greek gods. Eyewitness reports describe Typhoneus as colossal in scale, with a towering humanoid form. Serpentine lower body, massive wings that darken the sky, and multiple dragon-like heads emitting fire, wind, and thunderous roars, creating widespread panic and destruction. All citizens should remain indoors if possible, avoid unnecessary travel, and strictly follow all emergency instructions issued by authorities. Secure your location, stay away from windows and open areas, and monitor official broadcasts for real-time updates. Officials confirm that the National Guard and SWAT teams will be summoned shortly to assist with containment and public protection efforts. Continue to remain calm and vigilant as this situation develops.
Hear me, 12 who sit upon Olympus, and hear me, trembling citizens of this mortal world. I am Typhoneus, the storm that even gods once feared, risen not from legend but from inevitability. Your city stands as my arena, your towers as witnesses, and your skies as the drum of war. This is not conquest alone, it is proclamation. Power must be tested where belief is strongest, and belief now dwells among mortals of steel and glass. Olympians, you who rule sky, sea, war, wisdom, love, and death. Your age of distant thrones ends tonight. I call you not to hide behind myth, but to descend and face one another in a battle royale worthy of eternity. Let thunder strike thunder. Let seas clash with flame. Let strategy break against fury. Only one pantheon may stand unchallenged, and I will not kneel to a divided heaven. Citizens of this city, you are not my enemies, but you are my audience. From your streets will rise the echoes of divine conflict, and from your fear will bloom truth. Know this, shelter, endure, and remember what you see. For the age of quiet myths is over. Gods are real, and they bleed. Come then, Olympians. Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Athena, Ares, Apollo, Artemis, Hermes, Hephaestus, Aphrodite, Demeter, Hades. Descend into the storm I am. The weak shall fall, the cunning shall burn, and the survivor will face me last, if they dare.
He dares challenge all of us at once. This ends today.
Rage will not win this, Father. Strategy will.
Let him roar. I welcome the slaughter.
Whether gods fall or rise, all paths still lead to me.
Then it is decided. The sky cracks, the earth trembles, and fate draws its blade. Olympians, cast aside titles and domains. Here you are not kings or keepers, but contenders. No alliances will save you, no worship will shield you. Only strength, will, and betrayal will decide who remains standing when the dust settles. Let the city bear witness as your powers collide and your legends are stripped bare. Each fall will echo louder than thunder, each victory tasted with blood and fire. When the last god stands gasping amid the ruins, they will face me, not as a ruler, not as a savior, but as prey. Let the battle royale begin.
Get yourself ready for a trip through McDonald land. There's fish-shaped volcanoes, you'll even find a fridge with veg. But just turn around and see if you won't find a hidden patch as you head on through.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Chicago Police Department. This is not a test. This type of emergency warning has been described as an extreme catastrophic event warning, meaning that immediate action is required to protect life and property due to a large-scale, unprecedented disaster with active threats across multiple urban areas. Residents are urged to treat this alert with the highest priority and follow all emergency instructions without delay. Authorities report that the Greek entity Typhoneus has unleashed all 12 Olympian gods into a chaotic battle royale across Chicago. The conflict is intensifying, with lightning strikes from Zeus leveling streets, Poseidon summoning floods along the Chicago River, Ares inciting violent clashes in public spaces, and Artemis and Apollo engaging in destructive aerial combat. Buildings along the Magnificent Mile, Millennium Park, and Navy Pier are sustaining severe damage. Fires are spreading uncontrollably, and roads are impassable, making emergency response and civilian movement extremely dangerous. All citizens should immediately seek secure shelter indoors, avoid all travel, and stay away from windows and public spaces. Evacuation centers across Chicago have been established at United Center, McCormick Place, and UIC Forum, where food, medical care, and temporary lodging are available. The National Guard, SWAT teams, and the Chicago Police Department are actively coordinating containment, civilian protection, and secure perimeter operations to reduce casualties and support evacuation. Residents must remain calm, follow official guidance, and monitor the station for real-time updates.
Move fast, this is combat! Get ready for all new Beyblade Bay Wheels. Battlers that are tearing it up with 3 new ways to let it rip. Now you can stunt, race, and crash on the streets or at BeybladeBattles.com.
We interrupt our normal programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow.
This is an emergency action notification. This means that an unprecedented, life-threatening event is occurring, requiring immediate protective action. All citizens should remain calm, stay indoors, and follow official instructions from local authorities. During this emergency, most radio and television stations will remain on the air to provide news, safety instructions, and updates on this rapidly developing situation. This is NBC5 Chicago, providing continuous coverage of the Greek gods battle royale impacting the region. Telephone lines should be used for emergency calls only. Non-essential calls may delay urgent responses from law enforcement and emergency services. Citizens are urged to monitor official channels for verified information and avoid sharing unconfirmed reports. Authorities confirm that the Greek entity Typhoneus has escalated the battle royale of the 12 Olympian Gods into surrounding satellite cities of the Chicago metropolitan area. These cities include Evanston, Oak Park, Schaumburg, Naperville, and Aurora. Reports indicate destructive lightning strikes, localized flooding, fires, and building collapses in multiple areas. Emergency services are struggling to reach residents in high-impact zones due to extreme supernatural activity and widespread hazards. All citizens should immediately seek shelter in structurally secure buildings, avoid roadways and open areas, and remain indoors until authorities advise it is safe to move. Follow official evacuation instructions only if issued, and do not attempt to observe or record the ongoing battle. Conserve communication lines for emergencies and keep family members informed of your status using safe methods. Stay tuned to official broadcast channels for real-time updates, alerts, and instructions. The National Guard, SWAT teams, and the Chicago Police Department are being deployed to contain the spread of destruction, establish secure perimeters, assist in evacuation operations, and protect civilians from active conflict zones. Military air and ground units are on standby to respond to high-threat incidents and support emergency relief operations. This message will repeat in 5 minutes. We will update you on this developing situation shortly.
How impressive. What's next, Olympian champions?
Let the voices of the affected citizens hear us. We are strengthened by their faith. Typhoneus, this ends now.
Every surrounding of this mortal world you've scorched, every building you menacingly damaged, they call for justice. We never fail.
Finally, a retching battleground worthy of our wrath. Prepare yourself, Typhoneus.
By the rivers and lakes you've drowned, by the storms you've wrought, you will be defeated.
Together, my siblings, we can save this city.
We are strengthened by the voices of the citizens. Let us use their hope as a weapon.
Foolish gods, you think mortal cries can challenge me? I am eternal chaos.
Chaos is not eternal if we cut the head from the serpent.
We strike as one. No running, no hiding. This ends now.
Weapons forged in Olympus, blessed by courage, shall bring him down.
Even in war, their belief in goodness empowers us.
From the ashes of your destruction, life will return.
You have no refuge, Typhoneus. Even the dead call for vengeance.
Then come, gods. Test your might. But know I am more than one can slay.
It is done. Attack.
No, this can't be.
The city is safe. We finally defeated him. We won, Father.
Not by one alone. It was the unity of all 12 and the voices of the citizens that gave us strength.
You're listening to WGN Radio 720 Chicago. I'm Jessica. And this afternoon we're continuing our coverage of the aftermath of the Greek Gods Battle Royale that tore through the city of Chicago and surrounding areas. Joining me now is Alice, a 25-year-old Chicago resident who survived the chaos firsthand. Alice, thank you for being here. How are you holding up today? Thank you for having me, Jessica. Honestly, it still doesn't feel real. I was near my apartment when the sky lit up, lightning everywhere, the ground shaking. I remember hearing what sounded like thunder mixed with screams. At one point, the power went out, and all I could hear were buildings cracking and water rushing through the streets. I hid in a stairwell for hours, listening to what felt like gods fighting right above us. Many listeners are trying to understand what it was like on the ground. What moments stand out to you the most? The noise. You don't forget that. It wasn't just loud, it felt alive. I saw streets flood in minutes, cars tossed aside like toys, and people helping strangers without even thinking. That's what stuck with me the most. Fear everywhere, but also people checking on each other, sharing water, guiding others to shelter. When it finally went quiet, it felt like the whole city exhaled at once. That sense of unity is something we've heard from many survivors. Now that the battle is over, what do you hope comes next for Chicago? Healing, rebuilding. I hope people remember how we came together when everything felt impossible, whatever those gods were. We're still here. The city's still here. And that matters. Alice, thank you for sharing your story and your strength with us. For those just tuning in, that was Alice, a survivor of the Greek Gods Battle Royale. We'll continue to bring you verified updates, recovery information, and support resources right here on WGN Radio 720 Chicago. Stay with us.